Hey everyone, welcome to Deck of Haunts. I'm Disturbing Puppet. So this was a game that I played the demo of, and it actually was really tempted to make a video on, but the demo was super short. Basically, you're playing a haunted house, and people come to investigate the haunted house, and you do what you can to drive people crazy or murder them before they can get to the heart of the house and eventually cause problems for you as the haunted house, which can eventually cause you to no longer exist. So you can drive people insane, or you can kill them. There are different options. There has been a Christmas update, so I think I'm going to do this and then upload it on Christmas. Krampus is down here. Krampus, if I'm hoping the room is unlocked, that will give us Krampus. Krampus will run around and murder people for us, and then drag them off and turn them into presents, something like that. So we're gonna do a new run and just kind of see how it goes. I do feel like the game is a little dark. Hopefully it will come through okay. I have played around with it a little bit since it came out. It is pretty long at 28 nights. The demo I think was 5, which you could run through in like half an hour or less, kind of thing. The 28, it takes a while, and the enemies, well, investigators get harder and harder. Like some of them have the ability to go straight to the heart, so they can be really difficult to deal with. If someone sees a dead body, they'll also freak out and immediately run away, which can cause problems and leave the house. You want to kind of have people stay in the house. So I am just going to go ahead and go on easy here to have fun, and we'll just go for it. So default deck. Damage, drain. So the damage would be killing people, drain would be driving people insane. Anything else interesting? I'm hoping that we have Krampus available, but probably only once we do level ups. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, don't be a chicken. Look, we've got beautiful Christmas decorations in the little rooms. How nice. I mean, okay, that's kind of creepy looking. Cobwebs on the trees. Yeah, a little bit odd for sure. Not necessarily a great place to go into. So the heart over here, actually, it's even winter themed, so it's normally kind of red. It's all decorated for Christmas. Look at that, very pretty. It's like it's came up out of the ground with all the trees. So there's even like a drunk elf over here and a depressed elf and the devil. So Krampus hopefully will show up at some point. We'll need to get some stuff unlocked. So the way this works is that it basically is turn-based. We can play cards, we can play a certain number of actions to do stuff to people, and then they will move to another room. They basically have an even chance to move into any adjacent room, but I think they'll move further in. So from here, there's like a 50-50 shot they'll go in either one of these rooms. And eventually we'll be able to add rooms and expand the house and make it more of a labyrinth kind of thing. So our first person who came in here, Henry, doesn't have any special skills. He's got 7 sanity and 7 health. Right now we can do a little bit of damage. We can do damage and block a room. We can also drain some sanity. So currently in this room, if they're luckily escape domain here, so this is where they'll escape from and come in. Well, it's actually pretty nice outside. Look at that. I mean, other than the destroyed sleigh with the body parts. Oh, that's a Santa's sleigh, isn't it? Looks like Santa died and was chopped up into pieces. Okay, I mean, that's unfortunate. Like I said, I probably will put this up on Christmas, and I'm leaning more and more towards that all the time. So more people will keep coming. The bodies will disappear between days, though. So like the house absorbs them or something, I guess. Let's just start driving him insane. We can do 3 things, and we can either click on the person or we can click up here. Sometimes it's easier if they're sort of all over the place to just click on the tiles up here. And there'll be different abilities, so some people will have way more sanity and health than others. Others will be more resistant to sanity or more resistant to health damage. There's all kinds of things like that. Other people will go straight to the heart, which can be definitely a problem. Other people will do other things, giving buffs to people in the same room, that kind of stuff. We can have other ghosts and things wander around depending on the rooms that we pick up, so I'm hoping we can do that with Krampus. I think we get more of a benefit for driving people insane. I could just pass here instead of doing damage. But, you know, just because, let's throw some blood around. So yeah, so we can click on either one. Doesn't deter him. He's going to keep coming in. You know, once upon a time, this would have been called a parlor. So there is another mechanic going on here as well. So tension. So tension increases the drain effect, so we can build up tension in a room. We could move someone to a random room. That could be bad. So, you know what? We'll add some tension. So we can't target him, it's a room target. So some things do target rooms. So that room, we just add some tension, kind of makes the room all cold and creepy and, I don't know, made a nun statue stare at him or something. And then we have to discard, we'll get rid of a damage card, because I want to drive this guy nuts, because we do get a bit more of a buff. So I think with that tension, and it will show, this is sort of the tension meter, the increased damage. So we drove him insane. Look at that. Day 1 is done. So a pretty easy first day. 1 human turn insane, 25 essence. We'll use this to get cards and or rooms. So what do we want? Any human per tile in the room deal 1 damage. So the bigger the room, when we make rooms, we can kind of decide on size. The bigger the room, the more damage. That's interesting. If someone's by themselves, deal some damage and get a draw card. Deal 3 damage. In adjacent rooms, drain 4. That's interesting. Drain 3. All damage effects do drain instead. I'd kind of prefer the drain, driving people nuts, because we do get more of a benefit, but I also kind of think it fits a little better, driving people insane rather than just murdering them. But then again, this is probably like a guaranteed kill on most people. But killing people can be a bit of a problem. I kind of like this one, damaging someone and then draining adjacent rooms. Let's take that. So now we have building options. We can move stuff, we can remove things. We might want to shift some things around. Got a living room we can take, kitchen, guest room, and the bell tower, which spawns a witch that roams the house, increases tension. I do like the bell tower quite a bit, so I think we'll take that. I might want to play around. I don't know if I can rotate once we take something out. I'd kind of like to make this... If we can increase the chance of them leaving this room and going somewhere else, that's probably what we want to do. We'll take the bell tower. It is going to cost me 30. I have 25 listed, so I'm not sure why. Okay, I can place it there. We could place it between the two there. I'm not sure why it's necessarily costing more. I think it costs more the further away from your heart. So yeah, we can get it free. So if we wanted to, we could do kind of a weird thing like this. I'd like to have it further down. I don't mind necessarily having it there or there, either side, because there's a chance that they'll go into the room. And we could kind of make a sort of a side route. I'd rather have it like here, but I can't afford that, which sucks. So I'll have to do this. So bell tower. Every night the bell tolls to lure in humans. The same bell can be used to crush them once they enter this room. People say a witch was once slain here. Some whisper they can still hear her scream. So we can kind of look at the bottom of the bell tower once it's in. I don't think... if we have to zoom like way out to kind of see it. So yeah, little tiny house and then just massive bell tower. Just insanely huge. So we have a little bit left. I don't know that I can actually get anything else in. I could move a room, potentially. Thinking about... I don't know how I can really rearrange stuff to make a longer lead up to here. What I've normally done in the past is just make wings that people end up getting stuck in and kind of going down rather than heading straight in. But later on it was a bit of a problem because they would just go straight in, and it was just not enough time to do damage to people to drive them insane or kill them before they got to the heart. And I don't know, maybe we can move the heart room. I haven't actually tried to do that, but I'd have to have it connected, so I'm not sure if it would let me move it and then throw something in. Try heart room. Okay, it's not going to let me do that. So I can't move the heart room. How much does it cost to move stuff? Yeah, it's just kind of back to the same. So if I want to move the kitchen... I mean, that doesn't really help me, but eventually we could mess with it. I only have 10 though, so it's pretty unlikely I can really do anything. We could do something weird like that, but that honestly doesn't help much. I could do something weird to eventually do like a separate connection. We can just kind of cancel. Yeah, I think just having the bell tower there is fine, so we'll just do that. I'm not going to move anything around as of yet. So yeah, not going to do anything crazy. Eventually, maybe we get rid of this room and then add other rooms doing other things to like go around to connect. Something like that, maybe. Honestly, it looks a lot better inside than I expected. I mean, it does look decent. Okay. Solo human, we need that. So, anything special with you guys? No. You're both weaker health-wise than sanity. The tension does decay over time. We could get a decent hit of sanity onto each one if we wanted to. Is my ghost? Yeah, there's my ghost. She's hanging out over here. Increases tension for everyone in the room, and she will wander around by herself. So we might get lucky with her causing some problems. So yeah, let's go ahead and go with the chilling cold. Increase the tension. We'll discard this because we can't because there's no solo people. And we'll just, I think, do a sanity hit on each one, because at this point we should be doing, I think it's 3. 4. Never mind. So a good start to drive them insane. Okay, and she is in the room, so there is tension, so it is showing that they're a little freaked out. I didn't get much in the way of sanity, though. We could move someone to a random room. We could stick them in this room, do some damage. Not terrible. So they both take some damage. They're both stuck in the room, and they can't leave. I can't tell which room they're going to move into when they're in a room. We just know, like, they're stuck. So we can drain... Let's hit you. I should be here. I should be here. Yeah, freaking out a little bit. I don't remember the chains being here, but maybe that was added recently. They keep updating the game. There's been more and more changes. So yeah, he was trying to leave, but you're stuck. And the ghost stayed, so more tension. Excellent. If we drive someone insane, it doesn't cause the other person to do anything nuts or anything. Okay, let's go even more tension. We'll get rid of the solo card because they are both stuck in there anyway. So we should be able to do... So what is it? Six times? So it'd be 12. Yeah, let's just drive you completely insane. And then I think I'm just going to wait and just drive him insane, because with 2 we can do whatever we want. So it didn't go into the bell tower. That's too bad. I can't tell which room the ghost is in. I think she's in that one. But we can just very easily drive you insane as well. Not a problem. Solo human, 3 tension, remove all tension from humans in adjacent rooms. Draw 1, if you discard it 2, that's not awful. Drain 1 3 times. That could be really good if we've got tension, because it would be like 2 3 times, 3 3 times. Nursery. I mean, who doesn't love a creepy nursery? It's really expensive to place, though. The well spawns the drowned tormentor. And this one increases tension of humans entering. So yeah, no one likes a creepy nursery, that's for sure. I do like the idea of having somebody else creeping around, though, so let's take that. So, if I want to place the well. Yeah, let's drop the well there. So we have a decent chance. So from here, 25% chance of going into any one of these rooms, preferably one of these other ones. I wonder if I've got enough to move the bell tower. Let me see. Yeah, I can. Let me just go ahead and do that, because I can just add on wings if I want to. So I think I'm just going to spend the money to do that. So at least a 50% chance we can divert people out, and then if we can get rid of one of these or move it out, then there's only a 25% chance people will move towards the heart rather than down a wing, kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm thinking as we advance up. We could get another room going, I just don't have any resources, so let's call that good. Should I say something like zoinks? Just one person, the other person's going to come in later? That's odd, I haven't seen that before. Still outside. Is there actually a person outside? No. There's a snowman outside, though. Look at that. All right. So you, Grace, when not alone, have all drain effects. So I think that should say when alone, have all drain effects. So you're harder to drive insane, and you've got decent sanity. No, not... So when you're with someone else, have all drain effects. Yes, the opposite. So when someone's with you, have all drain effects. So yeah, we're fine. We can just kind of mess with you now. So yeah, chill the cold, have some tension. Let's ditch some damage. That's fine. So we'll do 4 sanity. We might as well, you know what, let's just do some damage just because I feel like it. It's, you know, like, why not? Oh, black cat. What is the cat doing? Don't make them feel better. Apparently you don't even exist. I don't know what the weird thing there. Who wants to die in a living room? Oh, the creepy creepy dude's crawling around. Okay, so we have the bell tower witch increasing tension, and then we also have trying to damage and drain effects of traps are doubled. So I haven't seen too much in the way of traps. So traps something you would set in advance, and then people would kind of walk into it. So I'm hoping she'll go into one of these other rooms. So we do have some tension, so we could drain quite a bit. We could also do some damage to you and drain this guy. You're frail. Take additional damage for extra 20% of missing HP. We could hurt him also and drain her. I think that's what we'll do. Let's damage you. And we drive her insane immediately. I plan on driving you nuts too. We could lock you in here. We could also drain 4 more of your sanity. Yeah, let's just drain him. Okay, and he walks into the hanging lady ghost and whatever the hell the drowned tormentor is. Finding your friend who's insane doesn't affect you at all, apparently. But yeah, he's got a big multiplier right now to sanity. So we can do just a one-shot drain. Choose a card from the draw pile, put it on top. It'll cost 2 action points less when drawn. It's okay. Draw 3 for a cost. It's okay. Guttural Pain, I already have one. Don't know that I want one. Upgrade a basic room to an altar room. Altar room, store a card to increase your draw until the room is investigated. So it's a way to stash something, but if someone goes into the room and checks it out, it would lose it. Thorn Room damages a random human entering the room as long as the room is not investigated. So it does take an action to investigate. The damage amount is equal to the amount of humans in the room. That's interesting. Yeah, we'll take a Thorn Room. Why not? So we have to decide what we're going to do. Like I said, I'd like to maybe move one of these off. Then we could reposition it. I do have enough of the Thorn Room, but it kind of depends on where I put it. If I could replace these two with the Thorn Room, that would be ideal, but I don't think we can do that. Well, maybe I can. Okay, if I move this, it's free to move out here. I don't know if it'll let me move this one, though. Okay, it is going to let me do it, so it doesn't cost me anything. So we do that for now, and then the Thorn Room is a 4x4. Oh, we upgrade a basic room. Ah, crap. Okay, so we can't do that. So we could make this a Thorn Room. We could also expand it if we wanted to. It's a guest room. It would cost me something to do that. I think for now, let's do that. Oh, it's got to be a 4x4. Okay, what I'll do instead, I'm going to move one of these out, and I'm going to shift it down here. Or on the other side of the bell tower. So we have some extra rooms people can go wandering through. And we'll save the rest. I want to expand the guest room and then make it a Thorn Room. That's kind of the idea. Long term. Because we should keep getting the Thorn Room until I use it. So yeah, let's do that. I probably shouldn't have even moved this. I should have left it up there, but we'll see how it goes. This could be a sweet hideout. So, Mitsuko, you've got nothing. You just have a lot of sanity. I can't... If I kill you in the entrance room, as soon as somebody comes in and sees the body, they're going to immediately bail. So we don't really want to do that. So we'll just drive you insane a little bit. I will do some damage just in case I need to kill you down the road. Okay, so... This character came in from a different position, so some of them have that ability. Pathfinder enters the house through a random room. Martyr, add a useless card to your deck for the rest of the night when killed. So I don't really want to kill you. But you did come in a not great spot. You are in the room with the Drowned Tormentor, but he only affects traps, and I don't really have any traps. You don't have a lot of health, though. So I could... kill you. I don't really want to, but I could. What I might do, let's trap you in here and do some damage. The new guy who came in doesn't have anything special, but he does have a lot of sanity. We do have a bit of a buff here, so let's go ahead and hit you for some sanity loss. See where you go. Okay, you went into the bell tower. Good. And you came in. So you're now in here. You're sort of stuck for the moment. We do have a really good multiplier on him at the moment. And we could get the tension even higher. Yeah, let's do that. I think it goes down by 1 every turn. So yeah, we can hit you and do 12 and instantly drive you insane. I could kill you. I don't know that I want to... I mean, I can't do it this turn, but I don't know that I want to kill anybody. I want to drive them all nuts. You have a lot of health. Like, you've got the sanity we can probably deal with. You have a lot of health, though. And it's only for the night that we get the bad card. So I will do a bit more damage to you. And we'll see what happens. Okay, she's saying that because she went into a kitchen. So you're now in a super scary room. There's nobody adjacent to anyone else. Let's just drive you insane. She's by herself. Let's just do some sanity damage. And I'll do some health damage too, just in case I want to kill her. But preferably we drive everyone insane. Oh. So the hanged lady showed up. Let's go ahead and add some tension. So we can do a bit more sanity damage. And we can just drive you nuts. So that's part of why it could have been really dangerous with the two buildings that if I had temporarily left one next to the heart off to the side, like those people could just show up inside one of those and then just wander over to your heart and cause problems. Absorb fear. Drain 3, gain 2 action points, and draw 2 if tension was full. That's pretty cool. I like that. I have unlocked some new cards and stuff. Pumpkin Patch. I really want to get the room that's going to give us the Krampus. Mesophobia. 2 damage. Give a random hex to humans in a room with 20 tiles or more. I need a really big room for that. Gain a random damage card. Costs 0. Sacrificial Room. Upgrade a basic room to a sacrificial room. Can be used to destroy a card for the night and regain its cost in action points. Interesting. Pumpkin Patch stores damage and drains from cards and releases it when humans enter the room. So yeah, we can play cards onto some of the things like this, and then as soon as somebody walks into it, they get hit with all of it all at once. It does require some planning ahead of time, as you would expect. I really like Absorb Fear. I'm going to take that instead, because I already need to mess with this, with the Thorn Room. So this is a guest room, so I do need to expand it. So we can do that. So now it's big enough. We can now make this a thorn room, so it will damage people when they go into it. Kind of reminds me of the creepy plants from the Addams Family. Morticia was always tending. With 20... I mean, we could add some size to the room. It gives me some more options. Most things, like special stuff, require a room that at least be 4x4. We don't have to, though. We could start expanding out here, too. What is that? Oh, just a down tree. Okay. 50. Wow, that's expensive. Yeah, the further out we get from the heart, the harder it's going to be to do stuff. Hoping we just get the ability to do the Krampus thing. I think I'm just going to leave it for the moment. The silence after. The house still after the struggle. Stills after the struggle. The intruders are gone, but the air remains charged. Plaster dust drifts in the hallways like falling ash. The pattern of the tiles shifts subtly, forming a spiral that points towards the heart room. For a moment, the mansion seems to breathe slower, savoring what it has taken. Somewhere deep below, the heart responds with a low answering thud. Upgrade a card. House remembers the intruder's final thoughts, folds it into the design. Choose a rare card or heal to full health. We are at full health, so this is our heart health up here. Let's take a rare card, maybe. Pricey. Body and Soul. Night long. If you do damage or drain, do both instead. Interesting. It is pretty expensive right up front. Any human, add attention. Target moves to an empty room. If they can't, drain 3. So if we lock them in, they take some drain right away. I like that. Dim Reflection. Discard 1 card. Create a copy of the discarded card. I don't see the point in doing that, because I lose a card and then I get it back. I guess there are some cards that give you a benefit when they are discarded. That's the only reason it would be useful. We'll take the Chasing Shadows. I don't think that's super strong or anything. It's just kind of an okay card. Alright, we have an Occultist now. Destin. Dies upon reaching the heart. Take 1 heart damage if they're eliminated before they reach the heart. So we want to drive them insane, not kill them. Informed, we'll go straight to the heart. Unfazed, will not flee after seeing a corpse. So you, we want to drive insane, for sure. I don't have a way to stick you in this room. He is going to go straight in. He will take some damage. So we could kill him here in the Thorn Room. Or we can try to drive him nuts. I don't know if does the tension stay in the room he was in, or does he keep the tension with him as he moves forward? I'm not sure. I think we don't want to use this on him because he's just going to go right for the heart room. So let's do damage to you, I think. And I will hit your sanity as well a little bit, just because. We'll see what happens with everybody else. Okay, there is a lot of tension. Well, some tension because we have her in there. New entrant. John has a doctor's bag. Every turn, a random explorer in the same room recovers 1 health. All right. If tension was full, I could get more, but it's still at 3 drain. Yeah, I don't have a way to... Well... We've got some damage options because of the guttural pain. And some sanity hits. The new guy is also very sane. So he's going to go into here next turn no matter what. He'll take a point of damage. I think we just want to focus on trying to kill this guy. Let's go guttural pain on him, and that'll draw some sanity from you. I can't get the tension full, so that's fine. I could send you to a random room and see what happens. We might get lucky. If I move you further away. Let's do a bit more damage to you. Could do 4 sanity damage on the occultist. We could do 6 sanity damage on the occultist. We could also send him to a random room. Let's send him to a random room. Okay, we moved him out over here to the well, so that buys us a little bit of time. They're both going to be in here next turn, though. Maybe we can lock them in. Got a new person coming in. Oh, he didn't move. That's weird. So he's still there. So we are still split up. New person. Sami, just sane. No special skills, anything like that. Let's do tension here. We'll get rid of this one for now. And then I could kill this guy with guttural pain and do enough to drive John insane at the same time. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So 1 death, 1 insane person. New person coming in, we'll just hit me some sanity damage. So they're only going to freak out if they find the dead body over here. Oh, sanity is maxed out, so yeah, we can just immediately take you out with this. Wait, what? Solo human. Why is it not going to let me do that? Unless it doesn't count her as being solo because there's another person in the same room who's driven insane. That must be what it is. That's disappointing. Well, we can do 12 sanity damage. Then I'm just kind of stuck. Don't want to move you because you might find the body. Just in case, I'll hit you with some damage. Nope. Went into the thorn room, took a point. Ghost followed. So we just need to do some sanity. I love the looking around the corner. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Did I not get... Yeah, I didn't get any sanity drain. We can block you in the room and then drive you insane, so let's do that. So this would normally add tension. If you can't leave, it's a drain. You can't leave, so sanity up. I did take a point of damage there. I'm not sure why. 1 human killed, 2 humans driven insane. Was that because we killed the occultist? Unlocked some more cards. Very nice. Looking for the Krampus. I don't see any Krampus-related stuff. I would hope it would just be unlocked because of... Oh, I think the workshop. Yes, spawns Krampus! The workshop spawns Krampus. We have to take that. Okay. Can I afford? Oh, it's huge. So it's free to put out here. If we go further down, 45. We could do that. It's a massive room. I'm tempted to put it out on the wings. If we do it here, there's at least the chance that some people will go from... Well, it could cause people to go from here up and then into the heart, which I'm not a big fan of. Because it would connect all of those together. So let's go ahead and put the Krampus out there. Let's take a look at the workshop. Those poor elves better be productive or they're going in the shredder. Okay. Look at that. It's so Christmassy with the buzzing lights and the conveyor belts. And the elves crying as they fall in to the shredder, maybe. Alright, spawns Krampus. We'll see what happens with that. We could make the kitchen bigger over here. We could add another room out here. We could actually even add it so it doesn't connect, so it's sort of another wing. That's an option. It wouldn't be that expensive, I don't think. We could do at least a 2, I think. So this is the Thorn Room, so we can do whatever we want. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. 20, 25. So there's at least a chance when they come in here they won't go into the Thorn Room. There'll be an option to maybe do something else. And we could make stuff bigger, like longer, if we wanted to eventually. So that's a living room. We'll do a guest room on this side. Do the same thing. So there's at least a chance of them ending up in kind of an odd spot. Or do I not want to do that? Because there's a chance, there's those characters that show up in rooms, and they could end up anywhere where there's an opening to the outside. I think they just randomly show up anywhere, so I'm not sure that is that worth it? Do we just leave it as a big T? And maybe save up to just add more rooms and stuff? Let's make the kitchen bigger in case we want to add something out there. Like an upgrade of some sort. It's only when we add new rooms that it gets more expensive. So that's 2, that's 2. We could also build other directions. We could build around to connect to the entrance too, potentially. Have a bit of a courtyard, like a circular path. It's going to be expensive, but we could do that. Because this one's 3. Yeah, it's 3 long, so we could even do a 2 wide, another 2 wide, and then connect eventually, something like that. This would be easier because we have this already sticking out. So entrance room. How much is it going to cost down here? Yeah, it's really pricey because we're far away from the heart, though, to do that. But that might be an option, doing that. I think I'm going to save my points, not do anything nuts. Uh-oh. Cops are coming. All right, calling all cars. Introducing the latest understanding of the term house arrest. Sources close to the matter at the county police say officers are preparing a raid on a mysterious but supposedly uninhabited house on the edge of town. Ground zero for countless disappearances and sudden onset insanity. The estate will soon experience the full force of our boys in blue, ready to shoot open locks or anything fleshy in their way, demonstrate their scouting knowledge without calculating compass use and leaving no door uncreaked with their flashlights. Finally, when we get to the bottom, disappearing citizens. So pistols can shoot open locked doors. We don't have anything that locks doors unless that one card counts as it being locked. Flashlight lowers max tension of humans in the room by 1. Compass can move an additional room each turn. All of those are bad. Compass is very bad. This place ought to be condemned. And there's a whole lot of cops. Okay, so first 2 cops coming in. Pistol, you're tough. Can't take more than 4 damage at once. Okay. Don't like that there's the 2 of you together. So yeah, I'm not sure. It blocks a room. I don't know that that counts as being locked. I don't want to kill anybody in the entrance. Actually, let's see. Where's Krampus? Can we see Krampus? Krampus! Teleports corpses to the workshop. There... Looked away. There they get turned into presents that give 1 action point when open. Deal 1 damage, add 1 tension. Okay, so he does a little bit of damage if he runs into people, but mainly he wants to steal corpses to turn into presents. Alright, sure. That's, I guess, a way to celebrate Christmas. Yeah, do I want to trap them? Because 2 more are probably going to show up next turn. We could just go tension and do some sanity damage, but they do have decent health. Sanity health. Tell you what, let's add some tension. We'll drop this. Well, no. Drop this. And we'll just do some sanity loss. So we can do 8 if we double team somebody. Let's get you down. Because you're tough anyway, we probably don't want to try to do damage to you. Oh, right. When the sanity, each time we do sanity damage on someone, they lose tension. So the second one only did the 2 points. So they're on into the next room. Extra tension. So just 1 new person came in. Detective Santos, you just have a pistol. Okay. You're quite scared. We do have the solo drain. We could... Let's make you move. Okay, you went into there, took a little bit of damage, but you're maxed sanity out. So then we can drain you completely because you're by yourself. So you lose your nut. You're completely crazy, curled up in a ball underneath the predatory plant. You're in a 2. We could lock somebody up. I think what I'm going to do, let's do damage to you, and then that'll do a bunch of sanity damage to her, because they're adjacent. So she's almost nuts. Let's go ahead and drive you nuts. We just got an achievement. Drive 2 police insane in 1 night. And let's just do a little bit more damage to Detective Santos. 3 more cops coming in. Uh-oh, Chief Brody's here. Oh, what the heck is going on? Krampus is running amok. So Krampus ran in and smacked Detective Santos and is driving her nuts. Chief Brody. Oh, he came in over here. So Pathfinder, he enters through random, and he can move an additional room. That is all not good. I can try to block him in. You're maxed. I don't have any sanity, though. I don't have a way to do any sanity damage to you, which is unfortunate. Alright, since you want to move a bunch, let's try to block you in. I don't know if he'll just be able to shoot his way out of that, because we didn't lock a door. It's a different effect, so I'm not sure if it actually really counts. So, Detective Santos is in a room with the Drowned Tormentor, the Bell Tower Witch, and Krampus. Like, I think you've been very naughty this year. What do we want to do? I can do some damage to her. We can drive her into another room, but it would be random. I wish I could do some sanity damage here. That's too bad. I guess let's just do some damage to you. Oh, right. Again, there's an insane person in the room, so it doesn't count as you being alone. That's unfortunate. Do I want to risk it to send you somewhere random? Yeah, let's randomly send you somewhere. Okay, you just went back. One room, right? Oh, no, you're over there. Okay. So we sent her out to the kitchen out on the edge of the well out there. Oh, he's like smacking people on the ground, too. That's not nice. I think he did damage. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, they're both pretty healthy, so I don't think Krampus is going to kill them. He does want dead people, though. You're still massively freaked out, and we can definitely hit you, instantly drive you insane, and get some action points back. New person, Hunter, silver shotgun, can kill a creature when entering the room. Oh, Krampus might die. Pathfinder enters the house through a random room. Frail takes additional damage for each 20% of missing health. Did you just come in through the front? No, you're over there. So they were both in there. So you're the only one separate. The Chief and the Hunter are definitely problems. They're not locked in anymore. I don't really want to move them. Okay, let's... Chasing Shadows, you. He couldn't leave. I don't know why. Why can't you leave? Maybe we just drive him nuts. Hit him a couple more times for some sanity loss. Take him out. Okay, the hunter I think we need to kill, because he's got just way too much sanity. So let's start doing damage to him. The chief's going to be more of a problem, because he's going to be able to move multiple rooms. Okay, Krampus smacked him. So Chief Brody is super freaked out. So we can take most of his sanity. Okay, he does have the movement. So yeah, I think maybe just because he can move twice doesn't mean he definitely does? I don't know. Yeah, interesting. So he left, although we did still get some tension on him. And then let's do some damage to the hunter again. So we want to drive Chief Brody insane and kill the hunter. So Chief Brody went through multiple rooms. He's max freaked out, so let's just put an end to your sanity. So the hunter... Yeah, I think we just want to kill you. I could do 5, but that's it. So let's do 5. Okay, we did more with that second one. I'm not sure why. Defeat the police investigation. You feel fortified by consuming those pesky human heroes. Pick a reward. Upgrade or gain 50 essence. Let's upgrade a card. And I think... Do I want to just do more sanity damage? Maybe we can get rid of the discard? I'm not sure. No, it just does 2 tension instead of 1. Nice that it shows me, though. This reduces the cost down to 1. Yeah, let's do that. I could heal. I think we're alright, though. Okay, Thorn Room, Storage Room. 4C. We saw that one already. Blood Moon, gain a random damage card, cost 0. All my stuff costs 1 anyway, though. Draw 1. If you discard this, draw 2. It is free. Stores a card. I don't know that that's that useful, honestly. I guess I'll take the Deepening Shadows. We could add another Thorn Room. Just convert this central one into a Thorn Room as well, maybe. But I don't want to kill people too close to the entrance. So yeah, I'll just take the Deepening Shadows, I guess. Okay, I do have a lot of points, so we can do something crazy. So I think adding another room here that we can eventually connect over, and either doing that on either side, is the way to go. That is going to cost me quite a bit. Can do 4. It won't connect, right? Yeah, good. So we can still add another room there. So that's a kitchen. Do guest room. 65. Yeah, we can do that. A little floaty with the way it's moving there. So yeah, now we've got a little bit of a roundabout path, and I'd like to do that over here too. So we've got a circle. I'd like another circle over here eventually. Hopefully that traps some people, except for those ones that go straight for the heart. They're going to be still a major problem. Yeah, that'll have to do. All right, we have another occultist. Travis over here, Pathfinder. So he entered next to the adjacent one, to the entrance, so not too bad. Frail, take additional damage if we're missing health. The occultist goes straight to the heart. Dies upon reaching the heart. Take 1 heart damage if they're eliminated before they reach the heart. Yeah, so we need to kind of drive him insane. We took a point by killing the other occultist. We need to drive these guys nuts, not kill them. Still going to be a problem. We could stick him in the room. I think we do that. Let's do some damage and keep you stuck in the entrance area. I'll go ahead and draw one, I guess. Do I have to pick a room? Apparently I do. Let's do the chasing shadows on you, because you can't leave. And let's just do some more sanity damage. So half sanity already. Nice. So we have a little bit of a little side route here going on. Was that Krampus ran in there and just smacked him for a point of health and some tension. You're still stuck in the entrance. So I can do 5 sanity damage, potentially, on this guy. We could do more to the other guy, so we could do, what, 6 and 8? Yeah, I think we just focus on the occultist. The other guy, we could just smack, maybe? I don't know. Nope, he went in the workshop. Krampus smacked him again. He might die to Krampus, actually. So yeah, let me see. This guy moved, so will he move? Yeah, he was able to move. I don't know why that other guy didn't move that one time. We did get his tension up. Not that we needed it. We'll drive you bonkers out of that main central area. This might kill you. Nope, just did the 3. Krampus will smack him, see what happens. There she is. Yeah, Krampus killed him. Should get an achievement for Krampus killing somebody. Absorb Fear I do like, but the solo thing can be a bit of an issue. Oh, we have a present over there. Any human. Per tile in the room, drain 1. If the target turns insane, banish. Yeah, I like that. That's interesting. Crushing Architecture, damage per tile, bathroom. Upgrade a basic room to bathroom. All drain done is doubled. Interesting. It is very pricey. The nursery. I do like the idea of having a nursery. This could be potentially, like at minimum, it's going to be a 4. Like that's our smallest rooms are a 4. So 2 for a 4 drain is not awful. Yeah, I'm torn between the Architect's Toll or the Nursery. I do like Absorb Fear a lot too. It just is harder to use once we get more and more people out there. So, I mean, if we kill people, we don't have to worry about it. It's only people who are insane who are going to interfere with the solo part. Let's take the nursery. Let's see if I can do kind of the loop over here with the nursery. It's going to be pricey, though, I think. Okay, we have to make a room first and then do it. I could make this a nursery. One of these two. Let's take a look. Can I open the present? Okay, I don't know what happened. Let me undo. Nope, can't undo. I don't know what happened. I should have probably waited till we were in. I don't think the present actually helps me in this mode. Maybe we'll have something once we get into the day. With 110, I think we can add something out here. We've got a kitchen. Yeah, we can add a room. It's only 50 out here, really? Okay, let's do that then. So, living room, kitchen. If we add a guest room to connect, we can't do it yet, but we can do it eventually. So, yeah, let's go with that. Did I get anything? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I should have waited on that present, I guess. Alright, so we have Lori, who's a bleeder. Takes 1 damage to start a turn if they took damage on the turn before. We have another occultist. Same basic thing. Will not flee after seeing a corpse, that's about it. So we want to drive the occultist crazy. Unfortunately, you're both in the same room. I don't really want to drive him forward, but we could drive her off, potentially. Okay, I have an idea. We go tension here. We discard this. We'll drive Lori away. Because she'll go to a random place. I don't have anyone maxed out, but we can do either 12 sanity to her, or we can do 6 sanity on the occultist. Or we can damage somebody and do a bunch of sanity damage. We could hurt Lori and do some sanity. I kind of like the idea, since I can do 12 sanity on Lori, it's really tempting to do that. But the occultist, we really have to focus on the sanity stuff. So, Lori, get hit. He takes a big hit to his sanity down to half. It hurts! Nope, she's going to walk in there and get hit. Alright, we've got a hunter. Kills a creature when entering a room. You're up there. Jason also entered. Heal 1 health each turn. The cultist is there. Are you by yourself? Yes. So she might run into the heart room, which could be a problem. Might want to try to kill her. We could move her somewhere. We could also lock her in. Yeah, let's lock her in there. I don't know if that means he won't be able to get in also. Let's hit you for some sanity loss. I'm tempted to send him to a random room. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we send him out here to the kitchen, out on the edge here. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, she's stuck. Can't go anywhere. You're bleeding. Being driven insane. So she's on max sanity. Krampus is hunting. you at? Okay, you're over there. Lori's up there. Jason ended up going through that loop. Okay, let's draw a card. Nice. Since you're... We've got Lori. We can hit her, drive her nuts, get action points. I could brute force the occultist. We could also do this. So let's do this. So we add some tension, and then we can take him out. Either way, it's 2 cards. It just leaves me the option of doing some sanity damage to somebody else. Okay, for those who are left. You don't have a lot of health. You heal, so we definitely want to drive you bonkers. So let's start on you. And then our hunter, I think we just do some damage. Nope, Krampus is out there, smacking him around. No, they're not adjacent, so we aren't going to get any use out of the guttural pain. Unless we just want to hurt people. Jason. Let's go with some tension. Let's do a big chunk of sanity. And a bit more sanity. Okay, Hunter's moving around. He just shot the ghost. And she just moved. She just left. It's fine. Krampus showed up, and it's like, yeah, you already tried to do something. Oh, he must have killed the Drowned Tormentor, though, because we've got summoned the Drowned Tormentor now. Not that he really does anything that useful for me, honestly. You're maxed out, which is interesting. Let's get you freaked out. Get you most of the way down. I really am tempted just to hit this guy with sanity loss because he's at maximum tension. But instead, let's take Jason out. Yeah, good. There's no guarantee he's going to make it towards the heart room there. Just got kill an insane human. Krampus, I'm looking at you. What did you do? Or was it the bleeder lady? Yeah, maybe she just bled to death out there. I'm not sure. Was she taking damage each turn from the Thorn Room? I'm not sure. Well, you're going bonkers. I mean, I guess we'll do some sanity. But I can just kill you. Well, I could have killed you. Could ramp up the tension. Let's just do some damage. So I have the option either way. Krampus is going to smack him one way or the other. Yeah. Down to 2. So I don't know if we don't summon them back. Are they not going to come back the following night? I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and summon. Just in case. Yeah, so it did actually destroy the witch. It looked like she just moved, but yeah, it did actually destroy her. Summon you back. And our hunter buddy over here. Yeah, let's just kill you. Three dead, two killed. Although, you know, one we drove insane and then killed. Let's see. 3 damage, draw 1 is not bad. 2 tension, 4 damage. Costs 1 less per card discarded. It's a mask room. All traits are disabled for humans in this room. That's pretty good. Yeah, I might want the mask room, actually. Sure, we'll take that. We still want to make the nursery. And if I could make another room here... How much is that going to cost? A decent chunk. What's that? Oh, okay. It's just some trees there. So now we have 2 circular patterns. And we've got enough to either do the mask room or the nursery. This central one might be a good spot for the mask room, honestly. No traits. I mean, it might not be bad for nursery either. But I think the mask room is better. Oh, it's 8 tiles. I didn't realize it was so big. Okay, we might have to make something bigger then. I don't have a great spot for it, though, to make something bigger. If I just do it on a flank somewhere, it's just not really that useful. Okay, we'll make this a nursery then. Yay, creepy kid laughter. So that increases tension. I mean, look at those dolls. That's going to increase your tension for sure, going in there. So yeah, so we've got a room that kind of makes people freak out. We got a room to do some damage on the way in. 8. I wonder if I could expand something to get ready. We could expand any of these 3 if we wanted to. Just an 8-tiled room. Out here, if we expand out, it's going to connect up here. So we could do something weird further out. We could expand the guest room. Just too bad about placement. Yeah, I can't move the heart, of course. Alright, we'll have to deal with it next time. Gathering clouds. The storm has passed, leaving the mansion glistening under a pale, cloud-split moon. Raindrops trace along the window panes, gathering at the corners before vanishing into the wood. Each droplet is absorbed, remembered. For the first time, the architecture feels aware of its own progress, as if testing the edges of a new living shape. It is learning to evolve. Sacrifice a card, heal 3, transform a card into a similar one of higher rarity. Yeah, we can do that. How about... either the Deepening Shadows or just a basic attack, maybe? Let's do an attack. Grave Tender Ghoul. See, just a house. I don't know what the Grave Tender Ghoul thing is. We'll have to see if that comes up. Okay, we've got 7 people coming in tonight. That is not great. We start with a hunter. Right in the entrance. Mitsuko is also in the entrance. Doctor's bag. Every turn a random explorer in the same room recovers 1 health. Okay. Not wonderful. We could split you up. I don't know who I hate more. Let's send Mitsuko away. So now you're adjacent. We can damage the hunter and hit her for some sanity loss. And I might as well just do 3 more. I can't remember their faces. The hunter actually is going to cause more problems for me. Okay, so they're kind of headed around in a circle. 2 more people in the front. 1 person came over here. Pathfinder. So random place. Will not flee after seeing a corpse. Nothing too crazy. The other 2 who came in, Alice. Nothing special. Lots of sanity, though. Level-headed, max tension -1. Yeah, we'll probably want to kill you. Okay, this is the one we got. Creature that inflicts damage. Do you hit everyone in the same room? In which case, I might have a room for you. Grave Tender Ghoul. Yeah, if we're going to do that, let's go here. Is it the room? No, we just have to hit a target. Okay. Fine. Go smack Travis in the face. What? Oh, empty room. Oh, we just summon him and he does whatever. Okay, I got it. Where's the hunter at? He went down that way. Okay. So, yeah, let's put the Grave Tender Ghoul in here with everybody else. Growing Unease. Add ability to the creature in your hand. It costs 0 this turn. Huh. Let's draw a card. We could block them in that room. But I wouldn't mind them moving into here, so we'll kind of see what happens. The hunter, honestly, I would like not to be moving around a lot. So how about we do some damage to you and lock you in. 2 more people coming in. They're like running in here. It's a creepy nursery, which also has Krampus, a ghost lady. Wasn't the crawling? The Grave Tender Ghoul. Oh, I thought the the crawling dude's in here too. So yeah, just a horrific room to come into. Who's even in here? So Alice is in there. Travis is in there. They're both pretty freaked out. Okay, let's... Somebody's over here. We could hurt someone here and do 4 times the damage for sanity to those 2. Because they're adjacent. I think that's what we want to do. So who's in the entrance area? Panicky. Each time they gain tension, others in the same room with equal or less sanity also gain tension. And Bleeder. Alright, fine. Let's hurt the Bleeder. Oh, it's got to be solo. That's right. Crap. Yeah, I really want to hit the sanity here. Let's draw. Nobody panicked as solo. Well, let's hit the hunter then with damage. Do some sanity there to the entrance area. And I can't use this, so we can only do 12 damage to sanity. But I think that's worth doing. I have this sorted by sanity. Yeah, whatever, that's fine, I guess. So I could... Wait, how did you end up over there? I thought she was in there. I don't know, okay, whatever. I would have sworn she was in there. Fine, we'll hit you with some more sanity loss. And hope these guys don't immediately just move closer to the heart. Yep, they both did. Awesome. So, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So you're back to the entrance area. I do kind of want to stop you from doing stuff. We could move someone to a random room. We've got 2 people up here. So we've got you at full health. And Alice. Travis. Alright, Travis, you can go somewhere else. Alice, I can't kill or drive insane. I can get her close. Let's do a bunch of sanity damage to everyone we can, just kind of splitting it up. Hitting the people that are super freaked out at the moment. So we have a bunch of people really close to driving insane. Okay, one of them made it in, so we take a point of damage there. The hunter just blasted somebody. Not sure who he took out. Okay, it's Alice who made it. Too bad she still has sanity. Alice, give you some tension and move you. Could drive one of you insane. We can hit Alice with the damage. We drive both of them insane at the same time. So she's going to try to get out. If I move her to a random room, there's a chance she just gets closer to leaving. So, Alice, let's just do some damage to you. Got a giant clump here in the nursery. I think putting the nursery there definitely is good, because we're driving people absolutely bonkers. I don't think anyone is solo here. Alice is in there. Tony's in there. Kim is in there. So yeah, we could drive all of them nuts. I think that's what we do. You go crazy. You go crazy. You go crazy. Just a room full of crazy people. And Krampus is in there just smacking the crap out of all of them, because that's what he does. Let's try to drive you out. Maybe I can use my card on you if you're by yourself. Yeah. So we'll do the Absorb Fear. He'll drive you crazy, give us action points. Travis. Let's draw. Do some sanity. Guess we'll go tension. And then a bit more sanity. Oh, he made it into the next room. Do I move him to a random room? Tempting. Yeah, let's move him to a random room before he goes anywhere closer. Okay, down over here. We'll bring you back, because the hunter blew your brains out. And just do some more sanity damage. Yeah, Krampus is in there just beating the crap out of people. I don't know if the ghoul's in there too, doing damage. Is the ghoul in there? Yeah. I don't know if he's just like randomly picking someone and hitting them. They're just like, yes. Little circle of insane people in a nursery, creepy nursery with Krampus and a undead gravedigger next to some presents. Oh, and the ghost is in there too. Alright, so you're down to 2. Yeah, we can just take you out. Okay. What do we want? Crematorium. What does that do? Any corpses in the room are removed at the start of the turn. Gain 1 action point per corpse. That's interesting. Definitely interesting. I think it's more interesting than the cards I have as options. The add 1 tension's okay. Yeah, give me the crematorium. Got too many building options here now, though. So we do have all this connected. We can throw out a crematorium. We could also throw out the mask room. Well, the mask room's got to be 8 by 8, right? Yeah, so we can make something bigger and make it a mask room. So it'd have to be like this or this. Something out here, like we could maybe extend this one. I might like that as a mask room, since we can't do it here. Crematorium. Let's make that a crematorium, because why not? Who doesn't love a crematorium? That's what a guest room. So it's got to be 8 tiles. Currently 4. Okay, big old guest room out here. Let's make it the mask room. I mean, that's definitely creepy. We have lost a couple points of health, nothing too crazy. What do we want to do? Keep extending out the wings, maybe? Another room out. We could do another room here, that'd be fine. So since it's a crematorium now, we can kind of do whatever. That's a guest room. How much is it going to cost me? Yeah, something like that. Because they could come in. We just want to have them further away from anything, wherever they decide to spawn in from. Kind of keep extending that out. I wonder if a series of like circular zones is the best way to go. Okay, we've got 2 people. We've got a lot came in all at once. Looks like everybody's here all at once. The ones who were split off. Sheriff Hoyt. Got a pistol. Pretty healthy and sane. And the other sheriff, same thing, Pathfinder pistol. So the other 2, Alice, Helpline, spawns another human after 7 turns. Oh, we can't have that. That's not nice. You're a bleeder. Pistol. Yeah, don't like the Helpline. That's not something I appreciate. Okay, give me the Gravetender Ghoul. Right up there. You already have tension? Oh, because you're in the workshop, okay. Yeah, let's just do some sanity damage to you. I shouldn't be here, this house shouldn't be here. Let's see if they split up or end up clumped all together. Oh, we've got Krampus, the Ghoul, and the Ghost all beating on the Sheriff here. Nope, show me who that is. That's Sheriff something or other. That one. Sheriff Hoyt. Yeah, Alice. 6 turns, huh? Where are you? In a big group. You're all isolated. You're slightly isolated, surrounded by monsters. Let's draw something. Okay, let's do most of your sanity. We've got a big group here. I'm thinking we lock that room down. And let's finish off the sheriff. Oh, nope, that was the wrong. I thought that was a sanity card. Never mind. Fine. You're gonna end up getting killed by these guys. You are by yourself, so yeah, let's take you out sanity-wise and get the extra action points. Let's draw. You're still pretty isolated. They've sort of split up. Alice, I really don't like Alice. Kind of concerned about that. Alice, take some damage. Do some sanity loss. You're a bit of an issue as well. Sheriff Wendell. I can do a bit of a sanity hit to one person. Either one of these two are the lowest. Oh, right, they're in the mask room. They don't have any traits. So he loses Bleeder, which is actually good for him. He loses Pistol, but that doesn't really matter. Let's give you some tension. It's not much, but we can hit you for a little bit of sanity loss. And then I think we just keep beating on Alice. I would like her to die and not actually bring somebody else in. She's attempting to bring in outside parties. Shining reference there. She's back in the entrance hall, so I don't really want to kill her there. We could teleport her somewhere. She's by herself. Everyone's all split up. Yeah, I don't want to kill you where you're at. Where are you at? Okay, let's do increased tension. Just take you out. It's our timeline, 4 turns. Okay, now that she's in here, she's going to get beat on a bit. It'll be easier to kill her. She is max freaked out, though. But she's not by herself, so we can't use this on you. Robert, where are you? You're isolated, though. Aren't you? I thought you were all by yourself. Oh, there's somebody insane in the room. Alright, fine. Well... let's do the 12 sanity on Robert. Let's see if we can send Alice somewhere by herself. Maybe we can kill her off. Yeah, now that she's by herself, we can drive her completely insane. Robert will also drive bonkers. Sheriff Wendell. What am I going to do with you? Let's chop you up a bit. Oh, she's going into the trapped room full of monsters. She's surrounded by all of them. So, probably driving you nuts is going to be the easiest way to do this. There we go. Unlocked more cards. Entangled. I think there's a giant spider in this too. Haven't seen it. Mass psychosis. Occupied room. Hacks for each human in the room. Drained 1. Interesting, because we're running into more enemies now at this point. Any human for each other human in the room deal 4 damage. Visions of blood and bone. That's pretty lethal, actually. Like 1 per human sanity? 4 damage per human? For each other person in the room. Still, that's a lot. Place pumpkin patch. Weapon room. All damage done is doubled. Interesting. Yeah, I think either the blood and bone or mass psychosis. It's a bit pricey. So I'm kind of leaning more towards this. Alright, let's take that. The problem is if there are people in the same room and they see a body, they'll freak out and try to run away. So we'd have to do it kind of deep in the house. Alright, so we do have our extra room there. So maybe we add another room back this way. We could do it either on the end of the mask room or attached to the workshop. If we can afford to actually build something out there. So we've got 3 rooms here. It's only 2. So a third shouldn't be that expensive. How much is it going to cost me? 65-ish? Yeah, that's fine. We could live with that. So we could eventually do another loop, potentially, something like that, on either side. This side's kind of easier because of the way they're lined up. We could do a bit of a loop. We could even have one room, if we want to just add one more, just make it a weird shape and connect all that stuff together. Alright, first one's in. A martyr. Add a useless card to your deck for the rest of the night when killed, so we don't want to kill you. The hunter, we do want to do something with. When not alone, have drain effects, so as long as someone's around, you're taking less sanity loss. I guess we'll just kill you then. Not necessarily right here. I could move somebody randomly around. Alright, let's move our hunter somewhere. Okay, moved him into the bell tower. That's not necessarily great. Let's do some damage. Oh. Somebody coming in a creepy way. We've got an occultist. Who is this? Grace, Pathfinder. Okay. The occultist is in the entrance area. You're definitely a problem. Yeah, don't like the occultist. Don't like the hunter either. Okay, let's trap the hunter. Now we can't leave. So it's 3 times whatever. We could get it to 6. Yeah, so we could do that. Let's increase the tension. Discard you for now. And then he can't leave, so he'll get drained. So instantly drive the hunter insane. So he doesn't take out any of my monsters. Cultist. Who else is in here with you? Chris. Just Chris. Nobody's fully maxed out on insanity. We can up it by 1, but that wouldn't get us anywhere either. Yeah, I don't like... He's going to head right out. So I might have to just try to kill him. He does have somebody with him, so we can do 4 with this. So I could do 6 damage to him. Is that what I want to do with this turn? I don't know that I have anything else really that useful to do. Where is everybody? Just to get an overview. You're down there. Sue's way out there. Grace, oh, you're in the well. Okay. Yeah, I think we have to do something to the occultist dude here. So if he's going to go next, he's going to move into the Thorn Room. And I can hit somebody isolated with some sanity loss. Sue we want to drive nuts, so yeah, let's hit Sue with some sanity loss. Getting a lot tougher. So they both moved into here, which is really not ideal. Can I put you in the heart room? I can, okay. Do have this, but it's got to be somebody by themselves, so... These two are together here, so that's Grace and Officer Carpoza. It's not going to do a lot, but we could hurt one of them and then do some sanity damage to the other. You're lower health, so maybe we do that. Since I can't use this on the Occultist, or we just do 2 more damage to the Occultist, because he's going into the heart room next. I think that's my main issue, so let's hit the Occultist with some more damage. Okay, he made it in, and got nuked by my critter, I think. Is that what happened? Who was that? Chris? Yeah, so he killed the other guy. Chris is hurt, trying to leave. I'm assuming you count as being solo because the other guy's dead. Let's draw a card. Not much panic anywhere. Even if I move you out, it's not going to do much because there's nobody adjacent, so we can't really make use of that. Alright, let's do some damage to Chris. We can make somebody freak out. We can add some panic and then do some sanity loss on somebody. Sue is the lowest. Where is Sue at? Sue, where are you? Are you way out there? Yeah, she's way out over there. So she's not really an issue because she's like out in the middle of nowhere. You have the next lowest sanity, so let's go for you. So she's on the move. We'll hit you for 6 sanity loss. Got 4 turns left before Chris bails. Because he saw the dead body. Walked in there, the zombie killed the occultist. He's getting chased down by the zombie, took some damage going in there. So Chris is by himself. Who's in that next room? Okay, it's Officer Carpoza. Let's kill Chris. Officer Carpoza, I'm hoping, is not going to go into there and find the body, but she probably will. I could move her to a random room. Since she's getting close. Yeah, let's do that and hope it's further away. Oh, nope. Moved her right into there. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. So she's now seen a body and is going to freak out. But she hasn't run away yet. We do have a max sanity issue here. Sue, you're there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, why not hit you for 12 sanity? And then I'm just going to go ahead and drive you nuts. Officer Carposa is our problem. 3 turns for her to get out. Let's do the Chasing Shadow. Okay, she couldn't leave, so she took a bunch. Oh no, she went into the heart room. Did buy us a bit more time for her to get out. Krampus is over here just beating the crap out of people on the ground. Let's draw. I mean, not ideal. I don't even know what we can do. Mesophobia. 2 damage, gain a random hex to humans in rooms with 20 tiles or more. We don't have any of those, but it does do 2 damage. But it probably has to be in the same room as them? I'm not sure. Can I just do that on someone who's, like, by themselves? Okay, sure. It probably, like... We do have the ghoul in the room, so I think the ghoul smacked Carposa, I think. Did she have 13 health before? I'm not sure. I mean, I can do a good amount of sanity loss, so let's do that. And we'll just do some health loss to Grace. So, nursery room here, drive up tension more so we can definitely take her out. I think you're by yourself too, right? Yeah, nice. Draw a card. Grace, you are in the wrong place. What do we want to do? I can do 5 damage, although, well, you're dead, so yeah, it should be fine. We should be able to do 5. We could build up tension, though, instead, to maybe drive her nuts. Let's just do 5 damage. Because there's a body, so she saw the body, she's freaking out, she's trying to leave. She's being chased down by her ghoul, who smacked her again. Yeah, she's done. Okay, I mean, it made the noise like damage, but didn't actually do anything. So that's a bit of an issue. She's trying to get away. Can do 12 sanity. Let's teleport you somewhere. Okay, about the same, it's only 1 away from everything else. Yeah, they're over here smacking people on the ground. Grace, Grace, Grace. Let's just kill you. Another Absorb Fear. Occupied room, 2 tension, discard 2 cards. That's a lot of tension. Drain 1 3 times. I do like that. Thorn room. Damage humans entering the room as long as this room is not investigated. Damage amount increases with more adjacent rooms built next to it. Sacrificial room. Destroy a card for the night, regain AP cost. I kind of like the multiple drain. But I'm not sure how that would work with the tension. I think it would just do the tension. It wouldn't be like 3 times the tension. It would be 1 times the tension, then +1/+1. So this might actually be better. Even though we do have to be careful about the solo. 2 tension, though, is pretty good. Yeah, let's take the tension. Down to half health. Yes, yes. Can do something. I think we just make a loop over here. Since that's a guest room. If we do living room out here, it's 80. Bit pricey. We have a second little loop. Potentially. Could add on in case we need something, but I don't have anything yet to like throw into a room, so I think we're okay. Let's just hold off. I think that's about all I can really do useful. We could start another room here with a gap to eventually connect, if I can afford it. That's kitchen, that's guest room. How much is it? 80? Alright. So then eventually we do a third room here to connect those two, I think is the plan. So doing kind of these weird little spiral things, little alcoves built in that the rooms go around. Still doesn't help us with the guys that go straight to the heart. Have lost half my health. Okay. Yeah, I think we've made some pretty good progress here today, so I might come back and finish this one off, but I think we'll end here for now. So just kind of a quick little Krampus fest. Glad we got Krampus. I'm glad we got the Santa's Workshop. Love hearing the sleigh bells, because I feel like this, I mean, it could go bad really, really quickly. But I think we'll go ahead and end it here. If it does end super quick, I may not put another video up on this. But if it does take a little while, I'll do another one. I'm not even sure if I can save in the middle of a run. I hope I can. Anyway, this has been more of Deck of Haunts. I say more because I did play it intending to make a video in the past, but just didn't actually do it because it was so short. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you again next time. Until then, have a good one.